So about a week and a half ago, a VR content creator posted on Reddit his update to a VR port of Quake for GearVR. So this update uses the GearVR controller as motion controls for the weapons, whereas previously you could only shoot where you were looking. Now this update also added AR core support as well. So AR core is a software tool that uses a phone's camera to determine your position in space. This is done with a slew of algorithms, and there's been a tech demo released in the past, which you can see right here, using AR and GearVR. So now we have a fully working, positionally tracked first-person shooter game that's completely portable and also can be modded, but I'll get to that later. So I went to visit my family and show them this, and also to test it out on a local field as well. This is important because grass is notoriously hard to track in AR using the phone's camera. So we open up the game and there's two different ways to use this positional tracking. There's one for player movement, which we'll be using, or there's one that just moves the camera. So if you want to do stuff like peek under the stairs, lean through walls and then see behind the map and stuff, you can do that, but we'll be sticking to the player movement one. So a really useful added utility, which I haven't seen before, is the ability to just press on the side of the headset and you can see through the phone's camera, giving you a bit of a sense of awareness of what's around you and stuff. That's really great addition. So in my testing I found tracking worked great, although I found, I'm not sure if it's a safety feature, but when I was running quite fast it wasn't able to keep up the speed in the game, so it was not going that much faster. It's probably a safety feature, or it's just the way that I was running possibly. After I completed the first level, I gave the headset to my dad and started the game again. Now, my dad played this game originally when it came out 22 years ago, and he absolutely loved it. He liked how clear it was, but he spent a lot of time just looking in the surroundings and just really getting to know the game and just enjoying it.
The weather don't look so good.
Now, he's not the best at first-person shooters, but I think with a few more tries he probably could have got a lot further. Also, we ran out of field. He started almost walking into the bushes, so he had to start using the controller movement of using the touchpad and the controller to move around, which might have hampered his success there a bit.
There's a guy. Oh, he died.
I was pretty enjoying that. That was brilliant. The best ever, that, Axel.
Right, yeah.
Got to have someone with you, I think, when you do something like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that lava in the game, you'd probably end up in that in real life. Or something similar, or worse.
All in all, it's an amazing update, and it's so close to, well, it is the original dream I had of walking through a game. It's a great look at what's come out with the Oculus Quest as well. An all-in-one headset coming out beginning of next year. There was a random problem that happened a couple of times where the AR tracking would flip, and when you walked forward it would walk backwards or sideways. This didn't happen a lot, and basically all you could do is just save, start the game again, and it would be gone away. So small issue there, but that's just something to do with the AR core software. There's not much you can do about that. So I said earlier about modding, and this is quite interesting actually. So 21 years ago there was a mod released for Quake that took a couple of levels from Doom and some new levels and the monsters and the guns and put it in the Quake engine. So I thought, okay, let's just try this out. There was a lot of fiddling around with the config files and trying to get this to work, but when I did, I actually managed to get this game working, this mod from 21 years ago, working in this VR version of Quake. So I was really happy about that. Until I started the first level and I realised that I don't know if it's to do with the mod, I don't know what's going on in the settings, but as soon as I started walking around I noticed something was a little off, and basically things were more zoomed in than they should have been. After about 10 minutes I started feeling a bit ill and I took the headset off and I got the worst case of seasickness, like motion sickness, I've had in 4 years of having played VR games. I've played some VR games that are bad, but this was, this got me deep. Whew, yeah, so it was difficult. And the annoying thing was the actual remake of the original Doom levels wasn't until later on in the game. So what I had to do is I had to download this mod for the PC version of Quake, load it on DOSBox, and then play through the game on there, save the game, and then load it back on the phone VR version. But yeah, I finally got to play the first level of Doom in VR by walking. Now, I didn't have the most room ever. My girlfriend let me walk into a fence.
Yeah. Wall.
She's probably upset that I was making a filming on such a cold day. Now I remember there was, on the original version of the Quake VR, there was a way to change your perspective. So if you wanted to, you could have 270, 360 field of view. So I'm hoping there's a way to add that back and then have that option so I can then change this mod. Yeah, I mean, not perfect, but there we go. You know, you're asking, you shall receive. This is something I've been wanting to do for such a long time, and now we finally start to see it. Next year with the Oculus Quest, we're going to start seeing more of these. We're going to start seeing more of these open world games where you have the option to move around with controllers, but you have the option as well just to go. We're finally there. We're finally at a point where we can play these old games and just move without having to have any external tracking, without any massive Kinects shoes. If you have a GearVR, definitely give it a go if you can. Anyway, see you later guys. Cheers.